Hey everybody, I just wanted to give you a little quick outline about backup orders and the way that they work through our sites. I know that there's been a little bit of confusion. We've had a lot of people that have joined recently, and I just want to make sure that everybody knows how to set your backup orders and what to do. So if you log into your back office, it should look something like this. Over on the side, these green little modules over here, they tell us what our PV is. That AWH, that tells us that our annual web hosting is going and is active. If that is green, that simply means that you have paid your $34.95 and you're good for the year. That backup order underneath of there, if that is red, then that tells us that we do not have a backup order on that is commission qualified. So you want to make sure that these modules, these little green, if you have any of those in red, then your backup order is not set and you are not commission qualified. So we need to go through that and how to set them. If you would like to set a conditional backup order, conditional means that it is not an order that you will necessarily get every single month. If you are sharing, or if you have anybody that is ordering through your site and they order more than 100 PV, product value or point values, in a month, before your order would ship out, you will not get that backup order. It is conditional on the fact that 100 PV has not gone through your site. If you have an unconditional backup order set, then that means no matter what, no matter how much, you could have 10,000 PV go through your site, that unconditional order will ship out regardless, unconditionally, no matter what you have go through your site. So if you have products that you know that you want every single month, set that unconditional backup order and you will always get it. If you don't have products that you want every single month, or if you want to just be able to go in and order whenever you want, then set a conditional backup order. So I have a conditional backup order, and it is the triplex pack. It is set in my cart because that makes me commission qualified. However, I have it set for the 28th or the 26th of every single month. So as long as I share and I have people that order through my site in a month and my PV is over 100, that conditional backup order never gets sent. So my backup order is not something that I've had shipped probably in 10 or 11 months now, because I just go into my shopping cart when I need to order products, where I order them through Derek's. So make sure that you understand conditional and unconditional. The other thing is that if you set a conditional backup order and you set it for the first of every single month, unless you have somebody else ordering, I don't even know that it would work if you didn't, but if you set it for the very first day of the month, it's going to ship out because you will not have had 100 PV go through your site at 12:02 when everything starts to register on the morning of the first. So if you have a conditional backup order set, make sure that it's set for the end of the month, and that makes you commission qualified. When I say commission qualified, that means that you have a backup order on, and that it's over 100 PV, and that you have 100 PV going through your site. The last day of the month at 11:59, Plexus is all computerized, so their computers go through their system, their list of every single ambassador, and if you don't have that set, it tells their computers that you are not qualified. You could have 10,000 points going through your site and 1,000 PV. You will not get any commissions on that order if you do not have a backup order set. So it's really, really important, even if you're not sharing, even if you order 200 PV in a month for you and your family, you want that backup order to be set and turned on, because you're still going to get money back even based on your own products. So if you have any questions about that, please let me know. But really important that you understand the difference between conditional and unconditional, and turning on and off these little green modules over there. So if you go to your shopping cart and you go to backup orders, that's going to bring up another tab for you, and it's going to tell you if you have a backup order set. So you can see that mine is conditional, so I do not get that order as long as I have 100 PV going through my site. You can tell where my PV is, and you can see that it's the scheduled day. So notice that mine's the 26th. That means that as long as I have 100 PV going through my site before the 26th, that order is not going to ship out. But because it's over 100 PV, that tells Plexus Computers that I'm commission qualified at the end of the month. If you have an order here, but it is not set at over 100 PV, you want to change that. So if you have a backup order set, you can go in, you can edit this backup order. They have changed it now that you can just agree to this. You can toggle these now. You can change it from conditional to unconditional. You can change the days of the month, and you can also add anything that you want. If this is not green, that 101 PV, that means that you have not exceeded that volume that you need there to make you commission qualified. So if it's in red, it means that it's not over 100 PV. You have to change that. So once you change anything in that backup order, always make sure that you go over here and hit update backup order. You can also, when the screen loads, you can go back in. If I go back to the shopping tab and go to backup orders, if you want to add a backup order, if you don't have one in there, you can go through and you can add a new backup order, and yours will look like this if you don't have a backup order in there. It's going to ask you what type, if you want it conditional or unconditional. Again, conditional means that it will not ship out if you have over 100 PV. Unconditional means that it will ship out regardless. So if I hit unconditional, then it's just going to walk me right through the steps. I can add anything that I want in there. Any one of these backup orders are already over 100 PV. So these backup orders that are on there. I like to keep the triplex pack in there just because I know the product value of that, it's 101. It will always tell you when you're adding your products in there what that product value is. So you just hit that you want to add that to your backup cart. Go to this right here, the little shopping cart, and it'll let you complete your order. So it's gonna have it here as the 26th. If I don't want it at that date, I can toggle any day that I want. I always suggest, unless it's something that you know that you're gonna need, I always suggest keeping it at the end of the month just so you can get those points to add up before you have your order ship up, and then just add it to your backup orders. The other thing that you can do is that you do not have to wait until your backup order ships to be able to order product. So I know that my family is going to need vitamins and probiotic before our backup order would go out at the end of the month. I can always go into this shopping cart and treat it just like Amazon or any other online site, and I can order. This is completely different now than my backup order. I will have to pay extra shipping on it, but I don't have to wait for that backup order to ship. I could also go in and toggle those days on my backup order and make sure that, you know, the day is the next day from whatever, like today is the 2nd. So I would want to make sure that I'm changing it to the 3rd if I just want to change my days on my backup order. And then always, if you've done anything with your backup order, to make sure that it is saved for you, you want to go up underneath of your name. You're going to log out. Whoops, I hit the right button instead of left. You're going to sign out and sign back in. When you do that, you should be able to go back to your dashboard, and then you should be able to see that each one of these is in fact green. If it is green, that means that you are okay. If it is in red, then we need to do something and have it switched to make sure that you're commission qualified at the end of the month. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you're sharing or not sharing. If you have over 100 PV, you get money back even just for your own products. So if you have any questions, reach out to your upline or reach out to me, whoever you can, but make sure that you have that so you don't miss out on that commission at the end of the month, because it is all computerized. You will not be able to call Plexus on the first day of the month and explain to them that something happened, because they don't have people doing this. It's all computerized. It goes through at 11:59 that last day of the month. So hopefully that helped you a little bit. Like I said, if you have any questions, let me know.